Hey, this is Charles Draven from infospy.com, and I'm going to go over this course called UBC, also known as Ultimate Branding Course. And I'm going to go over all the stuff that's provided, as well as my personal thoughts about it, my feedback from my many experiences of buying tons of courses. I'm talking about 5+ figures worth of courses and coaching. I've been in the business for a long time. I started back in the 1990s. And so from all that time, even back from my first big course that I spent a lot of money on, which was called the Internet Marketing Center's course, where it was like two big binders back in the 1990s that provided a lot of content. I'll provide you all my feedback on what I think about this course and how it compares to all the stuff I've seen over the last couple decades. So, first of all, I want to say this up front. Ultimate Branding Course was something that grabbed my attention, and I thought it was something like an overpriced scam. I'll tell you that. And the reason being is that they say it's MRR, which stands for Master Resale Rights. And if you've been in the internet marketing biz for like well over 10 years, you probably heard of Master Resale Rights, PLR, and for the most part, most of that is garbage. There are a lot of websites that will sell bundles, even hundreds or thousands of books for $5, and most of it is junk. And back in the day, I was part of this Master Resale Rights Club where they would peddle out these bundles, and I could tell that there was a lot of work required to make these products sellable at a high price. And what happened at that time is that they would just outsource the content to a bunch of people that probably didn't have any marketing background. They would just go ahead and outsource it, and people would just do their research just by looking at free content online and then just write content, regurgitating what they found online. And even the structure of many of these books and courses, they weren't really cohesive. Again, you have like people that were pretty good at writing fast, but they weren't really good at writing quality content. A lot of people were from beyond tier one countries, and it was pretty much cheap labor, cheap content. And so that's the idea I got. I was thinking, how could somebody sell master resale rights at that high price? And so I thought this is just a scam or something. And then I was also thinking, by the way, if you're not sure what master resale rights is, let me just explain that and what PLR is. Master resale rights is something where you just get a license and you're not able to change the content, you're not able to manipulate it, and you can resell it and make a profit. Just like this, I have it on my website. I didn't change the course, and I just posted on my website. And I'll also compare this more with the traditional master resale rights too. The other one I'm talking about that I talked about earlier was PLR, private label rights. That is similar to master resale rights, except you can manipulate the content, change it around, change the brand name, and sell it as your own. So again, a lot of those ones that I saw in the past, they were junk. Nowadays with ChatGPT, I could actually create a lot of those courses, books, whatever, using ChatGPT, and it'd be probably 10 times better than that stuff that was being sold in the past. So how does this compare? The difference here is that it's not just content and it's not being created by a bunch of rookies. This is created by these two powerhouses. And I know one of them, her name's Dre. She posts a lot on social media. And I realized just listening to the videos that there's just a lot of energy. And it comes across like to be very authentic in a way where I realized that whatever is being taught in these 270 videos, by the way, it's not all Dre, they have a team now. What I realized is that they have a lot of experience and they're able to explain a lot of the content in a very easy to digest way. And I think that for myself, I'm here in Silicon Valley. I've been in this for quite a while now, building an online business. And I realized for myself that when I create content, whether it's through my articles or videos, sometimes I realize that okay, I'm focused on helping people, especially make money online, especially affiliates. But then I feel like there are times where I kind of go overboard and I overcomplicate things because I'm at a level after being in it for so many years. I have a big understanding of the marketplace. But one of the things that I realize that I have to get down to is the level where when I first started. And when I create content, I have to realize my audience are people that are just getting started and that I want to be able to help them. So in order for me to help them, I have to realize what is the mindset and how can I better explain myself so it's not too complicated, especially if I provide content for people that have been in it for like 1 year to 10 years. It's a totally different way of talking. So what I realized in this course, they really have that skill to be able to convey their message, their training in an easy to digest format. So in this, even to have 4 languages in a course is a big deal. Even have live weekly mindset calls, and they also have the community that you could tap into. So a lot of great stuff here. Just to show you the list of courses that they have. Right now, there's 28, and they keep on adding. When I first saw this, I think they're at like close to 15, but now there's 28, and it's growing quite a bit. And you get lifetime updates through this course, so that I think that's pretty awesome. So keep in mind through this, anyone who's reselling it, you can't offer refunds. And then this whole copy, it's what I created to help you learn more about the program. So I want to answer some questions here. What is MRR? I mentioned that earlier. It's a way to resell courses and make income. You don't have to split, you get 100% profit. And I'll say subtract the transaction fees for credit card processing and all that. Who will you be learning from? You'll be learning from marketers or a group of marketers. It's not just 2 people, it's a group. They're adding more trainers. And so these people have over 2 decades of experience. Who is this course for? People that want to build a brand, social presence. And I want to stress this here because the courses that I focused on in the past were focused on direct response marketing and also search engine optimization, a lot of organic strategies. But what I realized and what you probably have realized over time is that there are people that are making substantial amounts by not following the typical digital marketing practices. So, for example, you probably watch YouTube. You probably have heard of Mr. Beast and all these other A-list YouTube people that have a strong presence, have a whole bunch of followers, but they didn't climb through the typical ranks of a digital marketer, and they learned a lot of psychology on their own. And it's not like everyone that is in this A list are using extreme sales funnels. They're not doing that, and neither are all of them selling their own courses. They might have created their own businesses. They might provide some products that they've had a joint venture on or something like that. I know people that get into makeup or even Mr. Beast went into hamburgers and all that stuff. But what you'll find is that they're not the typical type of direct response marketer. And so what I'm trying to say here is that there are other ways to make money besides what people have been taught, even before Instagram and all the social media, and that people could make substantial money with a brand. And when I first started, there were many marketers saying that you don't need to build a brand. All you have to do is send traffic to an offer and convert that offer. But what you'll see online nowadays is that people that have a very low, I'll say, a low amount of education in direct response marketing, they can make a substantial living. And you can do this by increasing your personal brand. If it's not your personal brand, you could utilize something like this, where you go into faceless marketing. And faceless marketing is something that pulled me into this because I was kind of curious how they actually created faceless marketing and also a lot of their students. So if you are able to get access to this, especially through my website at infospy.com, you'll be able to learn more about how to use these personal branding strategies, even faceless, to start making money online. And some more questions. This is really focused on people, by the way, that are really trying to increase their personal brand, especially on social media. If you don't want to do social media, and if you don't even want to do faceless content in social media, I would say this course probably isn't for you. It is not like a SEO course or totally focused on copywriting or anything like that. They do have some newer course content here where they talk about digital product creation. And keep in mind that these aren't mini courses, they're actually full-blown modules. These modules, think about them as their own big course. And that's what's amazing because I've seen, even going into, like, let's say, TikTok, I've seen courses that have less content than what's provided here sell for over $1,000. So I think this is well worth the price. Um, so here they have support through their community. They do use the school.com platform. So a lot of marketers have been using that community system with sales built in, and they have their mindset calls. You can also resell, we talked about master resale rights. Is this the same as other MRR courses, master resale rights courses? I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of junk out there. This is not. So I totally agree with that. And then is it network marketing? I think a lot of people get this because they see all these people making money online. And the reason why people can make a lot of money online, especially from one sale, is because it's this price. I'm selling it for $499. And a lot of people that are selling, like, let's say, items for $20 or even $100 on Amazon, if you're just getting $3 in commission, you're only getting $3. From a product that gets 3% commission on $100, you're only getting $3. But instead, for this, you're getting close to $500. So that's how people are making a lot of money. And if you think about it, if someone makes that much per day, they're making more money than most of the high-end professionals out there. So keep that in mind. That's actually a pretty good amount of money. I'm not guaranteeing that you'll be able to make that much money every day, but there are people that are. So keep that in mind. And one thing that you'll find in this community, this support community, is that you'll be able to network with others and find out all the killer strategies that they're using and even strategies that they've utilized beyond this course, and you'll learn from them too. So that's the amazing part. If you look at other master resale rights programs, you just buy it and you resell it. There's no community, there's no calls. And so this is actually a very, very, very high quality program. And try to compare and contrast to a lot of the courses that I purchased in the past. So all the stuff that I focused on was direct response marketing, getting organic traffic, especially just one-way traffic. I believe when you're building up a personal brand, there's going to be a two-way conversation. People want to know about what you're doing and they want to have a conversation with you. There are other strategies that you could utilize here that doesn't have to be about that, but I would say this is the big focus. It's about building connections with people and about building your brand. And I believe that if you decide to jump on this, you'll be able to learn a lot more about personal branding than I've known about in the last couple of decades. I've learned about something called attraction marketing in the past, and this right here, it actually has an attraction marketing program, but this is just a small part of it. And if you learn this along with many other of their branding focused modules, you'll get a lot out of this course. So what you get if you get it from my link that I'll be providing, you get access to me. You'll be able to get access to me. And I do provide courses very regularly, especially to my customers. And you're going to either get them for free or get them at a discount. There's a lot of things that you can learn just building the relationship with me. And then as you build your business in this, I would say that you could also ask me questions that aren't part of the modules here. For example, I've told you I've been involved in direct response marketing. I've been involved in SEO for many, many years since the late 90s. So you'll be able to tap into my brain. And also there's stuff in about email marketing. Module 7 covers email marketing. I've learned from some of the top coaches that have been mentors where I paid them to be my coach. So there's a lot of knowledge that I can share with you. And in fact, one of my coaching students the other day was asking me questions about email marketing. There's so much that I shared. You can't even find a lot of this information in the courses that are being provided, the stuff that I've learned in the last couple decades. So those are my bonuses. I know they're kind of like soft, they're not tangible. It's not like I'm delivering something to you, but that's what I can provide to you. I can provide you with my ongoing help whenever you need it, and I'm here to help you along the way. So check out my link, and I'm going to be diving into this more and more. And when I dive into a course, I listen to it not just one time. I'll just be repeating and repeating it just so I could get those skills absorbed in my head and utilize them in my business, and also be able to be a great resource for you if you decide to pick this up through my link. So that's all for today. Thank you for checking out my ultimate branding course review. This is Charles Draven from InfoSpy.